here we are, we jumped forward, and we're going to help out the NCR. The NCR is the New California Republic. We don't really have good and evil necessarily distinctions for our factions. But
they've been in some old Fallout games as well.
Yes, of course they have. So, you know, old fans of Fallout will absolutely respect this. They're what you would call our good faction, if you wanted to call them that. Caesar's Legion would be what you would consider our evil faction. We're about to assault a town called Nelson, which used to be run by the NCR, until Caesar's Legion attacked. They burned the town to the ground, they crucified the NCR officers, and we're going to help take it back, because we've been building up the NCR now. So we're just going to run in here, we're going to shoot every Caesar's Legion soldier we can find, and we're going to take this whole back. So we're going to switch to a nice, pretty powerful weapon called light machine gun. We're just going to go kick some ass. So you can see there, we've got iron sights mode. This lets you look down the scope of any weapon. It's part of our real concentration on our part to make the game more accessible to people who really like first-person shooters. We've retuned all the weapons so that they work outside of BAT. And of course, we still have BAT, which is the Vault-assisted targeting system, Vault-Tech-assisted targeting system, because players really like it, and that's kind of that turn-based RPG feel. But we know a lot of players, when you see a first-person perspective and you see a gun, they know they are going to shoot a lot of guys, and they want to play it just like a first-person shooter. So we're going to let them play it that way. So all our weapons have been retuned for real-time gameplay with that iron sights mode and other features. By the way, that red shield you're seeing there on the lower left-hand screen when he shoots, that's actually because the gun he's shooting with isn't nearly as effective as it could be. This guy he's shooting, this Legion recruit, is wearing armor, and the weapon he's shooting doesn't have damage that's enough to exceed that armor. So he's still taking damage, but Matt could be doing a lot more damage with a different weapon. By the way, you'll notice that when he reloaded, you'll see individual bullets being put into the weapons. We've redone all the attack and combat animations, all the reload animations for this game, and you can actually interrupt that reload sequence. So if you're shooting and you're loading in 5 different bullets, you can interrupt it after 1 or 2. So that's our reputation system. Matt accidentally shot some NCR officers. They're not too thrilled with that, so they're going to turn on him as well. Reputation kind of plays into our whole storyline with all these different factions of the game. And the major and minor factions all have reputation levels, and the storyline will actually change based on how everybody treats you.
Interesting. It's kind of like the karma system.
Actually, yes, we've changed karma. So karma is still in the game, so we do have good and evil distinctions, but we don't really force it on you in the same way that reputation is. Reputation is how people react to you. Karma is more of a personal thing. You know, it's maybe it's how you think of yourself, whereas reputation is how other people think of you. So going extremely good or extremely evil will give you different perks, but really people will react to you based on your reputation, not your karma level.
So I have to ask, with Chris Avalon working on the game, is New Reno going to be connected to the game at all?
New Reno isn't directly connected. There are references to past Fallout games, but not specifically New Reno. Chris Avalon is working on this game. He is directly involved. He's doing a lot of the writing, and he's the creative director at Obsidian. So we're really excited to work with him. I'm a big fan of his past games like Planescape Torment and Fallout 2 and everything. But no, New Reno isn't directly connected, but we do have connections to past Fallout games, the entire series, really.
Fantastic.
See Matt doing some sniping here.
Has sniping changed at all from the first game?
We've changed a little bit, just in terms of all of our guns handle a little bit differently. There's actually a strength requirement for weapons, and that affects everything from the spread of heavy weapons to how steady you hold it. We've brought back chems that will actually affect your combat effectiveness, and that factors into all these things. All the guns, every single weapon in the game has been tweaked in one way or another.
And when do you think we'll be able to hit the strip?
We'll be on store shelves on October 19th in the US and October 22nd in Europe.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.